Honor.
Right. I know I saw you earlier by video. I guess we've lost the video feed.
I'm trying to get it.
To set this in context, I am reading from the September 10, 2025 order of the court. Um, the court has reviewed Attorney David Heil's response to this court's August 2025 order to show cause. The response is insufficient to justify discharging that order. Accordingly, in accordance with the Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure 9.410A, David Heil, Florida Bar number 435-422, is ordered to appear before this court at 11 a.m. on October 10, 2025 via Zoom to respond further to this court's inquiry as to whether sanctions should be imposed. The order continued. In addition to specific conduct or actions in this case, the court will address whether Attorney Heil has engaged or is engaging in a pattern of practice before this court that ignores or violates the Florida Rules of Appellate Procedure, which impairs the administration of justice and raises issues about the nature of representation being provided to his clients. Mr. Heil, what say you as to the reason for being here today and the reasons set forth in our order?
Yes, Your Honor. Basically, what it was is this was an appeal that we started. It was on a 627-428 decision. I think it was the same as your Bloomberg decision that came out recently. In regards to my client's case, portion of the case was resolved to her satisfaction. She was fully paid on that. This issue was only in regards to my attorney's fees and costs. So there's been nothing has befallen my client. She was fully paid, satisfied. Her claim was done and over. That portion of the claim was done and over. This was simply in regards to attorney's fees and costs. I was in the process of retiring, and therefore I chose not to pursue the fees in this matter and dismissed it. We were in the process of getting the firm shut down, and I had gone ahead and just decided to dismiss this appeal and not pursue my attorney's fees and costs.
Part of the reason we're having this hearing, Mr. Heil, is all the show cause orders, and I counted four. I've got three of those in front of me before the latest, July 16th, August 6th, August 20th, and then, of course, the September 10th order. I think the concern of the court in part was the failure to adequately respond to our show cause orders. What do you say about that?
I do apologize once again, Your Honor. We were in the process during that time of closing down my firm. I did retire at the end of June, and some things this fell through the cracks, Your Honor. I mean, that's the truth, and that's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to make anything up.
Judge Makar, Judge McIver, anything for Mr. Heil?
Yes, if I could ask, Mr. Heil, you indicate in your filing with the court, response to order show cause, that you have retired,
Yes,
unequivocally
sir.
have retired. You still on the bar webpage don't show to have retired, and you still have an active website in which you appear to be soliciting clients. What do you say to that?
I'm saying I shouldn't have an active website, to tell you the truth, Your Honor. I'd instructed my IT guy to shut it down. I was assumed it had been shut down. I didn't check it. That will be something I will be doing today to make sure that website is shut down. I have not registered as retired. I mean, there are still a few little loose ends like this one that are still floating out there, but I'm not actively practicing. I don't go to the office. I don't handle cases. I'm not doing. I mean, I'm practically retired, but as I said, I just have a few loose ends. I have to just tie up before I can officially, I guess, with the bar retire. But I haven't actively practiced law, as I said, except for a few loose ends since I retired on June 27th.
You represent to the court that you're not pursuing your attorney's fees and costs, but has your client expended any funds on
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Let me finish, please. Advancing any monies, any funds for you as costs or attorney's fees?
No, Your Honor. I when I was handling these cases before they took away 627-428, I never got a retainer or any upfront costs on my clients. I only recovered whatever fees and costs I could get out of the insurance company. I didn't take money from my clients. So at that point in time, no, my client has not. She is fully paid. She's not, as I said, her claim was fully paid, and she did not forward me any money at all. And I'm actually going to lose a little bit in regards to my costs that I'm going to eat.
All right.
Mr. Howell, and I don't want to belabor this or beat a dead horse about it, but I am just a little bit curious about a little bit more detail in what you meant by things fell through the cracks as your office was shutting down. And some of this will be based on some presumption of my part, so I want to give you the opportunity to correct those presumptions. I would think that amongst all the other things you might receive in your office, something that says order to show cause why sanctions shouldn't be imposed, regardless of what those sanctions be, whether it's I'm going to dismiss this case or more general sanctions, as in this hearing, that would go to a front burner, and that's the type of thing that you might personally read before it is responded to. Do you feel like any of the responses that you sent to this court were responsive of the things that we were actually directing in those orders?
I believed I was when I filed it. Yes, Your Honor. As I said, this is only about fees and costs for myself. It does not affect my client in any way. It doesn't affect her. She got fully paid. She didn't. She didn't front me any money, so I don't have anything there.
Well, and by way of example, our order of 8/6 of August 6th, we order you to show cause why it shouldn't be dismissed for failure to file, but also to respond to why you hadn't responded to our prior order to show cause. And that's the response that you filed that said, this really doesn't apply to my client and I'm not pursuing it anymore, but completely ignored the portion of our order that said, tell us why you didn't respond before. And that's kind of what I mean. I'm wondering if it was dismissiveness of our court or just oversight of what we were asking, which again would in itself imply a certain level of dismissiveness as well. Do you have a response?
Your Honor, believe me, there's not any dismissiveness in anything that's happened in this case. I mean, I have full, acknowledgement and, esteem for the court. I would never do anything like that. As I said, at that point in time, I wasn't even in my office at that time. I'd already basically was rolling it over to another attorney. And, that's basically what happened. It just fell through a crack. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I apologize profusely, but that's just the truth is what happened.
I appreciate that. And again, my point here isn't to rake you over the coals or, as I said, to beat a dead horse about this. I just want to make sure you have the opportunity to make sure we won't make any decisions based upon the presumptions that we read out of the record.
Yeah, there should not be any such presumption because none exists, Your Honor. That was not my intent, and as I said, I apologize to the court for that.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, I was going to say I have nothing further.
Chief, if I could have one follow-up question.
Absolutely, Judge Makar.
What is the status of the bar complaint involving, I guess it was some clients from 2016, 2018, Speed Dry Inc.
Oh, that's there should be an order coming down on that pretty soon. We've already had the full hearings and everything.
Okay, so there is not a final disposition in that case,
No, Your Honor.
and there's no agreed upon order.
No, Your Honor. There's a proposed order right now that I've read, but there's nothing finalized. It's not been approved by the bar or anything.
One final question. As the Chief Judge mentioned, you had your video camera on just moments before we started,
Yeah.
And now it's off. Did you unplug the camera?
No, Your Honor. I mean, I'm on my phone, and been trying to figure out why it's doing that, but I can't seem to get it to want to let me be video. I mean,
how did you turn it off?
I just hit the link, and then when Zoom popped up, I hit join, and I was in with the video, and now the video's not. I can't get it to come up.
I'm not faulting you or trying to impute anything. It's just when we have a hearing like this, it's important that we see you so we can assess.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. I'm still,
so, like I said, if I can complete my sentence, so that we can assess your credibility. We just lack that ability without having some live stream of being able to see you.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to get it to come up, and
That's fine. That's fine. We're towards the end of the hearing, so.
Child, I believe in the midst of trying to get your video back, you muted your microphone. It looks like you're back now.
Yeah, I did that. As I said, Your Honor, I'm trying all sorts of stuff here to get this thing to even give me the option to turn it on.
Anything further for Mr. Howell? Judge McIver, Judge Makar?
No, sir.
No. Mr. Howell, we will get something out in the shorter term. We do impress upon you, and it sounds like you do at some level appreciate the import of responding to show cause orders, and there have been multiple in this case. I hope at the very least, regardless of what we end up doing, that you realize just how important a show cause order is.
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further?
I don't have anything else further, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. The hearing has ended, and we will get something out in the short term.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Bye-bye.